The recent escalation of violence between Israel and Islamic Jihad, and the impact on civilians on both sides the Gaza Strip, a narrow coastal enclave that is home to about 2 million Palestinians, has been under a tight blockade by Israel and Egypt since 2007, when the militant group Hamas took over the territory. Hamas and Israel have fought 4 wars and several smaller conflicts since then, the latest being an 11-day war in May 2021 that killed more than 250 people in Gaza and 13 in Israel. In August 2022, another round of violence erupted after Israel arrested a senior member of Palestinian Islamic Jihad, PIJ, a smaller but more radical faction than Hamas, in the occupied West Bank. PIJ vowed revenge and fired rockets at Israel from Gaza, triggering Israeli airstrikes on PIJ targets. The fighting lasted for 3 days and claimed the lives of at least 44 people, mostly militants but also some civilians. The conflict exposed the fragile situation in Gaza, where people suffer from chronic shortages of electricity, water, medicine and other basic needs due to the blockade and the damage caused by repeated wars. It also highlighted the deep divisions among Palestinian factions, as Hamas tried to mediate a ceasefire between PIJ and Israel while also facing protests from its own population over its governance and human rights record. On the Israeli side, the conflict raised questions about the effectiveness of its Iron Dome missile defense system, which intercepted most but not all of the rockets fired from Gaza. It also revealed the challenges faced by the new coalition government led by Prime Minister Naftali Bennett, a right-wing nationalist who opposes a two-state solution to the Israeli-Palestinian conflict and has to balance the demands of his diverse partners, including an Arab party for the first time in Israel's history. The ceasefire that ended the hostilities was brokered by Egypt, which has often played a role as a mediator between Israel and Gaza. However, it did not address the underlying causes of the conflict, such as the Israeli occupation of Palestinian territories, the expansion of Jewish settlements, the status of Jerusalem, and the fate of Palestinian refugees. Without a political solution that addresses these issues, many observers fear that another cycle of violence is inevitable.